it was a heavenly spectacle that united millions in a shared sense of awe. A once-in-a-generation spectacle, an eclipse of the sun. For us here in Britain, it wasn't quite a total eclipse, with at least 90% obscured by the moon. But for people on the western coast of Iceland, it was the full Monty. They experienced a complete solar eclipse which shrouded the land in darkness. Well, it was just after 7 p.m. here in the UK when the brightness of the sun began to fade, and the peak of the eclipse came in Cornwall, with the moon blocking out almost 96% of the light. Crowds gathered along the coast, with some travelling the length of the country to get the best view, safe behind their eclipse glasses, everyone looking skywards. And one among the many stargazers was our Rebecca Morelle with the crowds in Porthcothan in Cornwall, who has our top story tonight. Rebecca.
Yes, well, the sun has finally set here in Cornwall and the crowds have headed home. But what a day it has been. It's been an absolutely incredible spectacle to witness. Now, the last time we had an eclipse as good as this, it was back in 1999, and that was here in Cornwall. But then it was very cloudy. That wasn't the case at all here. It was blue skies all the way. But what was unusual about this eclipse, it was an eclipse that was visible across the whole of the UK. And I hope the clouds parted a bit, at least where you were, so you were able to catch a view. The start of a celestial showstopper. A solar eclipse better than anyone dared hope for.
Oh my God. It looks insane, doesn't it?
That's actually awesome.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
With clear skies in Cornwall, the crowds gathered, as moment by moment, the shining disc was obscured.
I wasn't here in 1999, so it's like this first time for me. I mean, yeah, it's like, yeah.
I think we were partially expecting it to be not covering the sun as much, but it really did kind of.
And it's like 96%, so quite a lot.
I thought it was pretty cool, but it was really fun to experience it.
I thought it was good. It could be a one in a lifetime, and you just want to make it last.
Eventually, all that was left was a sliver of a crescent sun. Well, it is just absolutely amazing to get a view like this. The eclipse right now is at its peak, and there is just hardly any of the sun left. And the lights here have dimmed. The temperature has dropped too, and it is a really almost eerie feeling. It's taken about an hour to get to this point. It really is a slow burn event. But you just can't take your eyes off this thing. You really just want to drink every moment in. An eclipse happens when the moon passes between the sun and the earth and casts its shadow on the surface of our planet. Anyone directly under that shadow sees a total eclipse. This one started in Russia and finished in northern Spain. But many more millions got to see a partial eclipse. In the UK, between 88 and 96% of the sun was covered. In Edinburgh, people gathered on Colton Hill to watch the spectacle. And in Ayr, they didn't get much of a view because of the clouds, but the crescent of the sun was visible. In Belfast, the lights came on as it got dark. While in Salford, people used anything they could to watch the spectacle. And in London, many headed to the famous monuments to enjoy the view. Just up the coast from here at Newquay, crowds gathered along the beaches and headlands as it grew dark. Once the peak was passed, the moon continued its journey across the sun, and the eclipse was over all too soon. But this brief alignment of the sun, the moon, and our home, the earth, has been unforgettable for those who saw it. Rebecca Morelle, BBC News, Cornwall.
Well, the total eclipse of the sun was seen across large swathes of Europe. This is how it looked in Iceland's capital Reykjavik as the eclipse took shape behind the clouds. While another good vantage point was in the southwest of the country. In Rome, tourists watched as the spectacle unfolded over the Colosseum, with the sun disappearing behind the ancient stones. And for many in northern and central Spain, it was an equally unforgettable moment, as Pallab Ghosh reports now from Burgos.
The last sliver of sunlight disappears. A flash, a diamond ring in the sky, and then totality. The sun's shimmering atmosphere, normally hidden, but now for a minute or two, revealed in all its glory. Look closely and you see red triangles at the edges. These are gigantic nuclear explosions. They're many times the size of the Earth. On the ground, awe, amazement and sheer delight.
Amazing. It was my first eclipse, total eclipse, and it was the most amazing experience I've had in astronomy.
Just watching the diamond ring come out and the whole sky lit up over there. It is an amazing thing to watch.
Awesome. It is so much better live. People can look at all the photographs they want, but when you're here and you feel it and experience it, there's nothing else like it.
I have literally got goosebumps. It's not just from the cold, it's about the spectacle that I've just witnessed. I've seen it a few times before, but it never gets old. This reminds us of what it is to be human, that we are a small planet in a vast cosmos. The moon's shadow crosses northern Spain from Galicia eastwards, taking in cities including Leon, Burgos, Bilbao, Zaragoza and Valencia, before reaching the Balearic Islands. And here's a view from a plane chasing the shimmering moon. A sight and an emotion that's shared and never forgotten by anyone that's seen it.
The corona was very even all the way around, and we expected it would be like that. There was no evidence of coronal streamers with the naked eye because that inner corona was so bright, it was probably glaring it out.
Then it ends as it began. A diamond ring, a flash, and an end of totality as the moon and the sun go their separate ways, leaving those that have experienced this spectacular cosmic show with an unforgettable experience. The sun has long since set, but the people we are watching with are still processing just what an incredible experience it was. It wasn't just the amazing pictures, but what it did for our emotions, seeing things that our bodies tell us simply shouldn't happen, day turning into night, our realities turning into some kind of dream world. I think more than anything, it just tells us about the scale and magnitude of the universe and our place in it. It's a truly humbling experience and one that will live long in the memory for all of those who were lucky enough to see it. Clive.
A humbling experience indeed. Pallab, Ghosh, live in Burgos in Spain. Many thanks. And let's get a final word now from Rebecca in Cornwall. Rebecca, it's going to be quite a while before any of us see this kind of thing, isn't it? Again?
Yeah, that's right. It is going to be a while here in the UK at least. We will get more partial eclipses, but just not quite as good as this one. There's another partial eclipse next year. So, you know, if you've managed to get hold of some solar eclipse glasses, do store them safely and you might be able to pull them out again. But for coverage as full as this one, you're going to have to wait until 2081. And for a total solar eclipse in the UK, you're going to have to wait until 2090. So pop that in your diaries. But it was really interesting. I mean, you can see how people become quite addicted to these things. The people we were speaking to here, particularly the kids, once they saw this one, they wanted more. So you can see how people become, you know, addicted to the eclipses and they want to sort of chase them all over the world. But, you know, if you've enjoyed the celestial treat today, there's a bit more this evening because it's actually the peak of the Perseid meteor shower. It's peaking this evening. Actually, you've got to stay up a bit later to get the real peak. That's between midnight and 5 a.m. But if you're in somewhere with a dark sky and you want to lie back, maybe on a little blanket looking up or on a deck chair gazing up, you know, adjust your eyes to the sky and you should see these little flashes of what look like shooting stars across the sky, and it's a really nice experience. So, you know, you can cling on to your astronomical delights for a little while longer yet.